Attorneys general from several states came together in Phoenix tonight to discuss federal funding cuts and layoffs under President Trump's administration. Last night, during his joint address to Congress, President Trump highlighted what he described as excessive government spending identified by his newly created Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE. But many argue that the cuts are coming too quickly and essential employees are being laid off. 12 News journalist Bianca Bono is joining us live outside of Central High School, where this discussion unfolded. Bianca.
Yeah, Caribe, hundreds of people showed up here tonight as this was the first community impact hearing, with several more scheduled to happen all over the country. Multiple AGs sat on stage as dozens of people got up and shared how they've been personally impacted by federal budget cuts.
It was my dream job, and it was something that I worked over 20 years to achieve.
Kristen Frey is talking about her job at the Phoenix VA.
I work as a music therapist with veterans who have unique medical challenges. TBI, polytrauma, PTSD, Agent Orange exposure.
On February 13th, the VA sharing part of Frey's work on social media, showing photos of veteran musicians performing. But less than 2 weeks later, she received this email notifying her she had been terminated.
My supervisor and her chain of command had no knowledge of this email. It came straight from Washington, D.C. and DOGE.
Frey receiving a standing ovation as she shared her story at a community impact meeting Wednesday at Central High School. Dozens of others speaking too.
I am speaking to you tonight as a physician.
I've been a proud TSA employee for 22 and a half years.
I worked for the USDA.
As 4 Democrat attorneys general, including Arizona AG Chris Mays, sat on stage and listened. It's the first of several similarly planned meetings across the country to discuss the impact of DOGE decisions and federal budget cuts.
Reform should be done lawfully.
President Trump announced the creation of the Department of Government Efficiency, led by Elon Musk, in an executive order on the day of his inauguration, aimed at cutting back on government spending and reducing debt, highlighting the initiative during his joint address to Congress Tuesday night.
We'll be ending the flagrant waste of taxpayer dollars. And to that end, I have created the brand new Department of Government Efficiency.
Polling shows the majority of Americans believe the government spends too much. But Mays and these elected officials argue the cuts are causing chaos and at times illegal, leaving now former federal employees like Frey in limbo.
The AGs are never, ever going to give up on these cases. We are going to continue to try to seek immediate stoppages and immediate enforcement by federal judges against these cuts.
And hours before this meeting, the VA secretary did announce that they'll be cutting their workforce by 15%. That's more than 70,000 people, though he said it will not impact health care or benefits for veterans. Just moments ago, I talked to the Attorney General here in Arizona, Chris Mays. She said tomorrow she'll be filing a FOIA request to find out exactly how many veterans and spouses of veterans have been fired. And within the next week, she says we can expect to see a lawsuit to address the federal firings. We're live in Phoenix tonight. Bianca Bono, 12 News.
Bianca, thanks.